Well, I've dragged that on myself out a couple of other mutes here that I call the absurdly rare mutes, maybe the thankfully rare mutes, depending upon your opinion about these things. But there are a few little stories about it. The first mute here is the Harmon Mute. I have the Harmon Mute right here. It's actually in a kind of a state of disrepair. The cork on there should be replaced, but it will actually stay in the bell of the trombone. Harmon may be best known by trumpet players who use this thing actually fairly commonly. A lot of them don't seem to like using it, but the Miles Davis style, had Miles in the Harmon Mute a lot of the time, so it became popular and common. With the trombone, it doesn't have nearly the nice effect that it does with the trumpet. Our sound turns into something like this. Not that great, but my trombone teacher told me that he was once asked to do a movie cue where one of the characters, I guess, in the movie had been hit on the head and was lying at the foot of a tree, and he played this. La la la, 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 la la. So Brahms' Lullaby, probably with kind of a comedic situation from the Wayback Machine. That may have been the kind of thing you might have seen in a movie score. The other oddball mute that was in my car, but I took it out here just to show it to the YouTube world here, would be the so-called Solotone mute. Now this is another one of these fiber Humes-Berg mutes, but it's labeled clear tone mute. It's really usually referred to in scores and marked in the score as a solotone mute. This thing is known, big band fans might know it as the mute that's in the Tommy Dorsey version of Rimsky-Korsakov's Song of India. So I keep it around. If the Song of India comes up, I will just run out and hopefully have a minute or so and can get this out of the trunk of my car. But lugging it around, I'm already lugging enough stuff. And the construction of this mute is interesting. It's one of these mutes where there actually is a tube inside of it. I don't know if you can see inside of there, but there is actually a tube inside of this thing that runs all the way through to the end inside of here. There's a red coloring in here. Then there's an extra little sort of bell flare on the thing. This bell flare is basically just glued on to the body of this mute and finds itself very easily detached. So I've already glued it back on once. So this is a delicate mute, and frankly almost not worth its weight to be having go around with yourself, but it is once in a blue moon. For the very old-timey sound, it's probably some use.